The Cape Coloured Congress is threatening to shut down the metro and to disrupt tourism over what it perceives as its inability to deal with gangsterism.
Yeah, so in recent weeks, Cape Town has experienced a surge in gang violence, but Police, Oversight and Community Safety MEC Reagan has labelled the move by the Congress as politicking. Newzroom Afrika's Nasiphi Same has the story.
The fight against crime and gangsterism on the Cape Flats has reached a boiling point as the Cape Coloured Congress vows to intensify its campaign in the coming weeks by taking hundreds of empty coffins to the provincial legislature and parliament.
We're asking that provincial government pays immediate attention to the gang conflict of the Cape Flats, to the 3,500 people that get killed year on year, to the unemployment, to all the links and all the drivers to gangsterism and drugs. We're asking provincial government to be our government because thus far we hear nothing. Alan Wind has gone quiet. John Steenhuisen is in Ukraine. There will be no normal tourism in an abnormal society. We've got Europeans coming here. We've got Americans coming here. We've got people enjoying Cape Town, oblivious to the fact that there is a low-intensity war raging in Cape Town. Our government is doing its best to hide that. We're going to highlight this. We will be sending letters, photographs, videos to every tourist agency in the world, letting them know that your people are not safe if they come here. We will hurt the tourism industry like they hurt our children. The DA will feel it. Our children cannot die because government is either incompetent or incapacitated.
But the provincial government has called the threats to disrupt tourism in the metro politicking.
Any call from any person to sabotage the tourism sector is not only misplaced and misguided, but it should be condemned in the strongest terms possible. We've seen in 2020 that the tourism sector lost 75,477 jobs during the year 2020. The lives and livelihoods of so many families are at stake, and this call is a blatant attempt at using politics at the expense of the most vulnerable. What we have done in terms of the Western Cape Safety Plan is to make sure that we add extra boots on the ground in order to compensate for SAPS's inefficiencies, in order to compensate in terms of SAPS's lack of resources here in our province.
Those in the tourism industry say they've been adversely affected by the ongoing violence. Khayelitsha had headlines last month with double mass shooting, leaving 11 people dead in a space of a week.
Crime is very touching, is very, very sensitive to us, to our business, because when we hear stories like that, the international clients is where they just cancel the bookings. So as you know, the international, before they go to any place, what they do first, they make a research about it. So deep down, it just affects us, it just affects our economy in the township.
While gang violence continues to plague the Cape Flats communities, it has not directly impacted the sector.
I think the key thing, again, when we look at it through a community lens, a great place to visit firstly has to be a great place to live for those citizens. And with crime on the increase, it's making the job a lot harder for us to promote a destination, whether it's Khayelitsha, Langa, Guguletu, or even the CBD. So what we try to do is we work quite closely with businesses and communities in Langa, Guguletu, Mitchells Plain, wherever, to help us to try and address some of the challenges around safety.
It remains to be seen whether threats from the Cape Coloured Congress to disrupt the tourism sector in the metro will materialize. Residents and businesses in gang-infested communities continue to look unto government to quell the escalating violence. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I am Nasiphi Same in Cape Town.